To discuss this, we're joined by an economist and public affairs analyst, Olusesan Okunade. Olusesan, thank you so much for joining us to talk about this.
Good evening, Lekan. Good evening to all our viewers across the globe. Glad to be with you this evening.
Of course. So, is it possible to reduce prices of foodstuff in a largely unregulated and somewhat volatile Nigerian market?
Thank you very much, Lekan. I will say it's quite difficult, if you ask me, because when I read the headlines this morning regarding the president giving an order, I asked myself the question, what is in it for Mr. President to give an order? I think there are people assigned for this ministry to make sure that every activity surrounding the provision of food to the people are made available. But there are certain constraints which you and I know very well. Several attacks has been on the food basket of the nation, which has actually created a lot of problems. And if you read through what the Minister of State said, he spoke about the issue of logistics, which a lot of us have actually complained about, that is inflicting hardship even on the common man. The question I've been asking myself since I read this headline this morning has been, is it intentional on the part of Mr. President having an hold on how the food is being supplied to the populace, understanding the hardship that people are facing and decide, as against what a lot of us feel should be happening, where you give the enabling environment, put in all the factors of production that is expected to be, and allow the demand and supply of this stuff to actually make its way. I think this order is becoming too much. Mr. President gives order security-wise, he gives order on the food, he gives order on the monetary aspect. I think he should call his lieutenants to order to do what is needful to create that relief that he has promised while he was actually campaigning to the people.
Well, he's actually the chief commanding officer of the Federal Republic, so his job is to give order. But then let's look at the executive directive, in itself, that is actually hinged on creating safe passage of food produce across transport routes, according to the details. But then, what will that even do in an unstable fuel price environment and a fuel tax levy imminent in January next year?
Okay, what I've seen to this is Mr. President has realized from this statement by the Minister of State for Agriculture, there are serious impending security challenges. And that is why the order is actually being given, possibly for the Ministry of Agriculture to work with Defense and see how these foods produce. Because if you come to think about it, this is the harvest period, where we are supposed to have so much food available to us. And it's just demand and supply. When you have so much that is being harvested as against demand, if it outweighs the demand, definitely the price of foodstuff will definitely crash. We've been seeing a few of that has been happening. At least the last time I priced yam, I can see that it's no longer the 12,000, 15,000 we used to buy. It has come to about 8,500 to 9,000. And a few other material, island rice has come. I've not bought, but the last I heard of is about whether 60-something thousand as against 80-something thousand that we have. But I feel that we should open up the business and allow the individual that understand, create the enabling environment, make logistics available. We've asked ourselves, there are other alternatives of transportation. The rail system has suddenly an issue. The attack that we had on it the last time. That is another mechanism of transporting some of this produce to area where it can be accessible. We all complain about the dilapidable, the bad condition of our road activities that is affecting even the logistics on its own. There are other things that we need to do that will enhance the deliveries of what we have. But what we are currently faced with is that some of the ministers assigned to do some of these things are not doing only waiting for order of Mr. President. And that, for me, it is not a good thing, if you ask me. Yeah. Because there are things they are supposed to identify and actually worked on, not waiting on Mr. President's order before those things have been acted upon.
What about the farmer header crisis that still persists alongside the depreciating naira value? Some will argue that it is quite stable, but then we understand what the markets are saying. So are these not also some issues that should be addressed if we are hoping to reduce, or should I say stabilize, the price of consumables?
Yeah, you are right, Lekon. The problem we are faced with now is the address we are unable to, the issues we are unable to address. Last year when people were actually planting and they were supposed to be having some of this thing. And the farmer health crisis is still there. You heard about the killing in Borno last weekend. You heard about killing in Benue. You heard about prices. The northern region has been an area where we'll galvanize our food products. And that's why, for me, I will always say, I don't understand the FAC meeting we talked about every month, where the next meeting where they go there. Is it only to share the FAC allocation, or where governors can talk to one another? What are we using the vast land that we have in the southwest, where people can actually practice this? It has actually been impeded because of the security attack on some of the people that ventured into it. How much has the state government, with so much money that they have gotten from the subsidy remover, invested in mechanized farming in order to produce food products even for the people in their region? These are things that we are lacking, and it seems that I think it's a difficult thing. It's just having effective planning. If an area is faced with the issue of security, you secure your area, you have the land. I can tell you in the southwest, we have vast land. As again, talking about building infrastructure houses, you can develop food planting so much on those particular land in a mechanized way, not the old traditional way of doing some of these things. And we can have so much on our part so that we can become an exporter of some of these proceeds, even to other states that might feel that they are not secure. But these are things that we are lacking. The state government, the subnational, have gotten increase in their allocation, but they have not prioritized areas where they should prioritize, which food is one of them that they must have done, they are supposed to have done.
All right, thank you so much, Olusesan Okunade, for sharing your thoughts with us. We hope that government sometime, hopefully soon, will be able to take that initiative and beyond having to just give commands, do what is necessary to liberate and provide for the masses. It was nice talking to you.